Okay. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be making this video, but if I do, I've been messing around with ChatGPT for like a while now, and I've been trying to figure out how the heck to get it to do correct information. Like, I've actually just been sitting here for hours on end, trying to tell it correct information about Rainworld. I may be making some Rainworld content in the future. I'm not sure about it. For now, this is what you get. So what does Sandless do? And it just like makes stuff up, and I don't know where it's getting the information from. Like, and then here it tried to argue against me. It's like, I think it's like confusing the visual description from the actual gameplay mechanics. Like, they're not vultures. They're not vultures. And I kept calling them vultures, and it kept calling them scavengers, and I don't know. And then it thought that vultures were like real life vultures, where they are small and they kill dead things. And then it learned what vultures were. And I was like, yeah, spindly creature, move slowly and methodically. Yeah, this looks good. High verticality, yes, good. Like, spot the player, spot, not sure. Try to attack them, yeah. Dead along wings, capable of inflicting heavy damage to the player if they're caught, yeah. Try mobility, okay, yeah. Wait. Damage? There's no damage. In order to overcome the variety of strategies. I mean, yeah, they can, that's correct. Create barriers? I'm not quite sure about that. Use weapons? I guess so, yeah. Vulnerable to certain types of attacks? Yeah. And then I corrected it. And then it actually did fix itself. This is pretty good. And then we had the Artificer, because I asked it how to kill it out of long legs, and it said that you could use explosive spears, and then it said that they could be crafted. And I corrected it. Well, yes, they could be crafted, but only by the Artificer. Yes. The Artificer, the player character, cannot craft spears and needs the Artificer. The Artificer can do them by using the combine option in the inventory screen. There's not an inventory. Anyone playing this game would understand. That the Artificer player can still use other weapons. This is true. No, the Artificer does not gain, and also thought that the Artificer doesn't lose a food pip, but instead gains a food pip, and I had to correct it. No, it loses a food pip. Yeah. Who can craft explosives? The Artificer. Yep, this is the combine option in the inventory screen again. And then I explained that there was no inventory and how the inventory worked. And then that I explained more specifically how the inventory worked. And then it thought that over here, where is it? And then it thought that the characters other than the hunter, that's correct. Characters other than hunter can only carry one spear at a time. The Rainworld is only 3 spears at a time. Hunter can't. It's minutia, but I still need to fix it. No, Hunter can only carry 2 spears, one on the back and one in a hand. Apologize, you are correct. There's also a stomach, and I tried to explain the stomach, and I was really worried that it was gonna start messing everything else up. There aren't, and then it said something about holding shells or rocks, and I just told it there aren't shells, and that was fine. And then I tested it again, and then I told it that you gotta sneak around. Don't try to be attacking it with regular spears, and don't try to be, leading it into a group of scavengers. Actually, I guess leading it into a group of scavengers might work, because it would probably start eating those. Artificer is the one that can create explosive spears. You're correct. And then it said that it can use a phlegm gland. I don't know if that's some like lore or something, but I needed it to stop using that word right now. Charge throw. No. Portion of their own health, but there's no health in the game. They don't charge throw. They hold the eat button, do a small animation, and the spear becomes explosive. Does not have a charge throw. Convert a regular spear into explosive by consuming a food pip. Pressing the button. What abilities did the artificer have? And then it made this list here. Charge throw, but it doesn't have a charge throw. Explosive spear. It can create an explosive spear. This is correct. Phlegm shield. A temporary shield out of phlegm. Phlegm, sure. Which can protect them from incoming attacks. Phlegm slug. The artificer can create a projectile out of phlegm, which can be used to attack enemies from distance. Phlegm bomb. The artificer can create a power explosive out of phlegm, which can be used to destroy obstacles and enemies. First of all, what obstacles are you destroying? Second of all, what is any of this, and why is charge throwback? I don't know where it's getting this. This is a great OC, but this is not the artificer. Actually, 2 abilities. Explosive spear, and it can launch itself, which can stun it and nearby enemies. Correct. Yes. Good. What can the artificer do? And then, so it just told me what it thinks the artificer can do. The 2 abilities that I said. And then I asked it a second time. But you always ask it a second time, because you need it to confirm. 4. 4. Why 4? Explosive spear. Good. Combust. Good. Can use various artifacts, such as the teleporter and key switch. And I'll give it a break with Karma Flower, because most things can use Karma Flower. New areas. Energy. I'm going to say that that's food pips. I'm going to give it a break, but and call the thing food pips. There are no artifacts besides Karma Flower, and all characters can use Karma Flower. And also, characters have energy. It's called food pips. And he fixed it. Why does he keep giving me new abilities? And then I basically shouted at it. And it finally fixed it with create explosive spears and combust. And I gave it the test, and yes. And I asked it, because right at the beginning, I asked it what a silent lizard can do. That's when I found out that I needed to correct it on a lot of things. And I don't know where it got this. Because, well, this is correct. It later ruined it. What does DLL stand for? Daddy Longlegs. Yes, good. What is a green lizard in Rainworld? And this is just like a whole nother tangent. Smaller and weak. No, they're bigger. They're technically the weakest, but they're very much classified as being big. They can still pose a threat to the player. Coming green. Long, thin, pointed snout. Agile. Jumping. Climb walls and ceilings. Green lizards cannot jump or climb walls. And they can charge up to attack, and that's about it. Lizards can be stunned. And then it thought that they can camouflage, and that they're immune to jellyfish, which I think it'd be a little difficult to get a jellyfish with the green lizard. I mean, definitely possible, but shut up, chair. But not easy. And it can't camouflage. That's the white ones it's thinking of. Green lizards can be some jellyfish. What do green lizards resistant to? Then I told it how they are resistant to the bite attack of red lizards, and they can't be killed by wormgrass. They can still be killed by other means, being impaled or eaten. Yep. Like all other lizards, they are immune to spears on the top of their head. Why did I say top? I don't know why I specified top. I could have just said on their head. That is correct. Green lizards, like other lizards, are immune to damage from spears on their head. This is good. And you can flip them by hitting them with a rock. Yes. Then I got very hopeful for it. Who can craft explosive spears? Artificer. Yes. What are pink lizards? Then I started quizzing it on pink lizards. Quick movements, ability to climb walls and ceilings. No. they aren't resistant to red lizards or wormgrass. Only greens are resistant to red lizards and wormgrass. They have no resistance besides their head, and they can climb poles. And then it thought all sorts of other stuff, and then it like made its own. It's made more of its head canon. How they can climb poles and ledges. I'll give ledges a break. Can be deadly if they land on the player's head or neck. Huh? Resistant. Pink lizards are resistant to the bites of greens and reds. Huh? They aren't resistant to any bites. What is the pink lizard? Yep, this looks good. Except, no, it thought. This is such a rant right now. This whole video is a rant. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna upload it. Its head is a weak point? No. Its head is a resistance area. Good. Can they climb walls? No. They can jump. No, they can't jump. This is correct. They can't jump. Can they climb poles? Yes. What else can they do? They don't have any other abilities. Found in groups. And then I wanted to make sure that it knew that, yes, they can be found in multiple of them can be found in the same area, but they're in no way as a pack. And then it thought that I was confirming that they were a pack. No. Pink lizards, bats, and vultures. They will not flee. I had to specify that they will not flee. I don't know where it got the flee. They are a predator, but will still flee from larger things. They can climb poles? No, pink lizards cannot climb poles. And I'm like, my goodness. They can climb poles. Yes. And then it gave me the actually no. They are able to climb walls but not poles. No, they can't climb walls. They can climb poles. My bad. What can pink lizards climb? Poles. How do they behave? Solitary predators. That's pretty accurate. Will attack the player on sight, have a short range bite attack, and can climb poles to reach the player. Not very fast, will pursue the player. I was happy with this answer. Then I wanted to again confirm that it knew what a silent lizard is. Certain regions of the game. More dangerous. This is true. Distinct blue-green colors. This is true. Aggressive behavior will attack the player on sight. This is true. Capable of jumping long distances. This is good. Climb on walls. Yes. Stunned by certain types of attack. This is good. And I wanted to tell it they can climb the background. Thought there were vines. There aren't vines. And then it made more headcanon. I don't know where it's getting this stuff from. They're ambush predators. I'll give it a pass. Long tongue. No. Pole prey no, they don't have a long tongue. They have a short tongue. Like the blue lizard. Spit a venomous liquid to stun their prey. No, they don't have venomous liquid. And then it was just this. Then it's like they have electricity. They can stun nearby enemies. Like, no electricity, no venomous. They can't use electricity. They have a short tongue. Short tongue. What are silent lizards? No, they have a short tongue. And then I wanted to tell it where they were seen. And then, so yeah, they're hostile. And then it thought they were passive and that you could give them to scavenger merchants. And then I needed to, because it looked like it was thinking of the Downpour DLC as an area. I need to specify, no, Downpour DLC, not a location. It's expansion to the game. Not sure where you, and then it said that it was released in 2019. And for those of you who don't know, Rainworld is in 2017. Downpour, 2023. But actually, what is 20? I could swear. Yeah, look, 2017, right here. And then it's like, no, 2019. So I'm not sure where it got 2019. And then it said, there is no Downpour DLC released for Rainworld. And then it thought the game was cut off, which I don't even know what that means, in 2021. Huh? No. Downpour DLC is real. It was released in, and I told it's real, and it was released in 2023. 5 new playable characters. It's correct. Cyan Lizard is only found when playing as Hunter. However, for the DLC, it's also found with many of the new Slugcats. And I told it the Slugcats. Good. What are the new Slugcats? Artificer. Can create and use machines to help them navigate. I think it's pulling that from like other non-Rainworld related slugcat. There are non-Rainworld related artificer, because like I think that is what an artificer is. It's probably thinking, yeah, D&D, skilled craftsman or inventor. Okay, I can kind of understand where it's coming from here. Powerful digestive system, can eat almost anything. Just not really, no. Skilled with the spear, can use it to fend off enemies or launch themselves across gaps. That's not, I mean, most things can do that. I don't think the Spearmaster is unique there. It's not really what it does. Saint can heal and purify the environment, making it safer for them and other creatures. What? Rivulet can swim underwater and breathe underwater, allowing them to explore aquatic areas. I'll give this a break. That's pretty good description of the rivulet. But like, Saint was one of the funniest ones, and so was the Artificer. Remember the conversation? And then it was like, Artificer's one of the new slug cats, and then it went off on a tangent. The little one update, huh? Unique abilities can craft various types of items using a special device called the Fabricator. Weapons, traps, and other tools using collected resources. Oh, good God. Built-in energy shield that can protect it from harm and emit a pulse that can stun your enemies. No. Ability to climb surfaces. No. Increased jump height. No. No, it's incorrect. And then it's like, I apologize for the confusion. I do not have access to previous conversations. Why not? Artificer 2 unique abilities. And then I gave me them. I got it right. And then we fixed the rivulet with the speed and the longer breathing underwater. And then I wanted to correct, actually I corrected myself because I forgot that, well, technically not unique to the Artificer. It does have the ability to maul and to eat things it's killed. And then it correctly listed it. And then I wanted it to rephrase it because it looked very much like it was just kind of putting these two lists together. So I made it do that. And then it did pretty good. Any more questions? This has been one heck of a journey. And I think the next thing I'm going to try to teach it is the difference between these, because I want it to know what all of them can do. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.